I'm project coordinator of the Urban Transitions Mission Center on behalf of FFG, the Austrian Research Promotion Agency. So I'm connecting from Vienna, and I will guide you through the program today. So I have to announce, firstly, I have 2 remarks and have to announce 2 changes to the agenda. We will be recording the webinar, and we will also have a Q&A afterwards, but feel free also to pose your questions in the chat if you want to. And 2 changes to the agenda. I will speak instead of Margit Noll, CEO of the Driving Urban Transitions, and Rosalinde van der Vlies, Clean Planet Director, will join us for the closing remarks, not at the beginning. Yeah, so welcome again. We are here to shape sustainable cities of the future together with you. And as we all know, our cities worldwide need to initiate and accelerate a complex transition process. But at the end, it is us who will be shaping this transformation, this change, so that our cities become sustainable, green, smart, energy efficient, inclusive, equitable, resilient. It will not be an easy endeavor, and we will only be successful if we work together towards our goals and joint targets. And be it the targets of the 2030 climate targets, the European Commission proposes a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions to at least 55% by 2030, or be it the international scientific consensus, the Paris Agreement, reaching net zero around 2050 to prevent the worst climate damages and catastrophes. And this will only be possible if we share knowledge and experiences, good practices, challenges, and if we join. And this is why we invited you today, and I want to thank you for joining us. So in my first words, I want to describe a little bit and explain what the Urban Transitions Mission Center is. It is a project that is funded under Horizon Europe. It is established by 7 European partners, consortium partners, who have a global outreach, and it is providing a global platform. And why is it important? It is directly supporting the ambitious endeavors of the Urban Transitions Mission, and in their activities and in their capacity building endeavors. It is collaborating for expanding the outreach of the Net Zero Cities initiative, supporting the European Union's Green Deal. And it is indirectly, if you could please mute your microphones, that would be nice. And it is indirectly contributing to the acceleration of the Paris Agreement, to its goals and pathways to net zero in cities worldwide. So how are we going to support cities? How are we going to support you? We will bridge the knowledge and capacity gaps across all governance levels. We will link cities with governance, funding, and implementation actors, networking with policymakers, urban stakeholders, investors, and funders across national and regional borders. And we will, in our platform, showcase good practices and mainstream knowledge to accelerate urban transitions. And how we will establish this? Through an international knowledge and practice network, if you join, and cities that will help drive transitions globally. And as I said, international cooperation among cities is the most important thing, exchanging. And now I'm happy to show a short video that will highlight a little bit what we are and what we do.
I think the connection is not working so badly. Yep, sorry about that. I think the connection is not working properly, but we can show video afterwards also.
Okay then. Then I'm very happy to introduce my colleagues who will be speaking today. I can assure you it's a nice video, but yeah, let's wait for the end. Maybe it is we can hear it and see it at the end. So Giorgia Rambelli, Director of the Urban Transitions Mission, will take us to a city climate action journey and explain the interrelations between the Urban Transitions Mission Center, the Urban Transitions Mission, and the EU Cities Mission. Giorgia, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Ellie, and hello to everyone. Also from my side, both the cities that are part of the Urban Transition Mission. I see a few of the colleagues here on the line, but also to other colleagues that have been connecting and have not yet joined our Urban Transition Mission family. So maybe, Karel, if you allow me, as a first promo spot, I just want to remind everyone that the Urban Transition Mission is currently recruiting new cohort of cities, another 250 that we hope to welcome in our international and global community by the end of this year. So don't miss that opportunity. But let's talk now a little bit more about how the Urban Transition Missions relates to the Urban Transition Mission Center, as you can hear already from the name of the center itself, and how it builds upon, in particular, the knowledge framework and the categorization that we are utilizing for connecting all the knowledge of our cities within their own climate action journey. So starting a little bit from our urban net zero framework, this is a framework, not a methodology, that the Urban Transition Mission is building upon the already existing city climate action journey that many of the cities across the world are already undertaking according to the approach of the Global Covenant of Mayors. The idea is really to help city building upon that journey, building upon the climate action plans that they have already started establishing, not only in terms of drafting, but also in terms of implementing, and really helping these cities in strengthening their activities, their action, their prioritization across each step of such a journey. So we are not asking our cities, do you have a target, for example? We know that all of you have been doing your homework. You already have a political target to be at least as ambitious as the NDCs of your own country. But we are rather going to be asking you, what type of support would you need in order to have a science-based target or to revise your target to reach net zero as quickly as possible? And this kind of thinking is what we would like also to see incorporated and used within the Urban Transition Mission Center as a way to really help direct the knowledge of your very personal city journeys into the platform itself. Can you go to the next one, please? So I already mentioned what the different steps of the journey are. We are building upon the Global Covenant of Mayors. We know that there is a political commitment in place. We are looking into strengthening and supporting your work around greenhouse gas inventories and the necessary measures for their reduction, risk and vulnerability assessment, of course, also the strategies and the opportunities that are available out there to help you understand what your risks are, but also to understand how others have been implementing measures to really reduce this risk, learning more from others across the board on different sectors, across this different type of action, how to implement the actions that are already in your action plan, and then finally building upon your experience into monitoring and reporting they are already doing for the many existing initiatives they are engaged in. Can you go to the next one, please? So I already mentioned that the idea of our framework is really to building upon already existing methodology, not creating something new. And the idea is to really focus on taking you along your journey to bring you as close as possible to net zero by helping you raise your ambition, reassessing the priorities, understanding where the gaps are in terms of the knowledge for deploying such ambition on the ground, but also understanding where the gaps are. Perhaps you would have liked to assess better or to be able to implement more actions in specific sector, but because of regulatory challenges, lack of technical capacity, or simply because you didn't know that it's possible to tackle with innovative approaches certain priorities, you were not able to do so until now. So the idea of this framework is really to ask these questions for you to be inspired, not only by the potential methodologies and resources that are available out there, but also by the experiences of others that have already been undertaking these steps. Can you go to the next one, please? So all of these features will be included within the platform, and really to try to accompany you in accessing these different resources across the board. But we will try to also connect the work of our urban transition mission at large, not only in terms of our framework, but also in terms of the other activities that we are deploying. The Urban Transition Mission at the moment has launched 7 different clusters of activities where we try to provide our colleagues and our cities with resources, knowledge, and opportunities for peer exchange in 4 different thematic clusters. You will see them there on the screen right now: energy, mobility, natural-based solutions, and water are the different, let's say, sectors and cluster of activities we've already begun exchanging. But we are also looking into collating together experiences, expertise, and knowledge around governance, finance, and city-scale data and scenarios. The idea will be to use the center as a platform, as a space for our cities to continue online to exchange on these different elements, provide the resources, provide their knowledge, but also continue exchanging with one another online on different experiences or challenges they are facing. So to really animate these clusters on a day-to-day basis and leaving very much a space for all of you to be able to learn from each other. Can you go to the next one, please? I believe it's also the last one. Here, I just wanted to reflect upon the fact that we know that, of course, there are many different initiatives out there that are supporting cities. I already mentioned we are not trying to invent something new with this framework and with this categorization of our resources, but really building upon what cities have already been doing, in particular within the Global Covenant journey. I also mentioned, of course, that we are working very closely together with a number of other initiatives to ensure that all the methodologies, all the knowledge are easily accessible for you within the platform so that you can be inspired. But we are also building upon very structurally, I would say, from the experiences of the European Cities Mission, the one for climate neutral and smart cities, with the idea of really trying to support the kindred vision that our Urban Transition Mission and the European Cities Mission are both pursuing, of really implementing as much as possible meaningful action, addressing capacity gaps and governance barriers to help all of you to reach your vision of a climate neutral future. The platform will have an essential role to play in this regard, not only because it will allow you in both communities to connect with each other and to be inspired not only by European best practices, but also from best practices that are coming from across the world, but also to really build upon the experiences, the resources that you will be able to share with all of your peers and all of your colleagues. I think very much this is not just our platform, the Urban Transition Mission platform, but it's the Urban Transition Mission Center platform, but it's your platform more than anything else. And we need your knowledge, we need your ability to exchange with your colleagues and your appetite to learn more, to make sure that this is a meaningful exercise and that we can really support you in fostering implementation, peer exchange, and the delivery on the urban transitions and on the climate action that you're planning for your own cities. So I'll just stop here and I'll be around, of course, to answer any question. And then once again, welcome to this meeting also from my side. And we look forward to reading and to exchanging with all of you in the next future within the new launch platform and its new repository. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Giorgio, for the insights and your inspiring words. And I'm very happy to introduce Karel van Oort Montalvo, our project coordinator at Eurocities, and he will be introducing the global collaboration platform, its features and opportunities. The floor is yours, Karel.
Thank you so much, Ellie. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I am co-responsible also for the platform management. The platform, as Georgia was mentioning, it's a resourceful space that has many benefits for the cities' journeys. We're picturing this space as one space to store, exchange, and exchange information, and also to access different kind of diverse trainings and events within the realm, within the topics of climate neutrality and net zero. So the basic features and opportunities that this platform, this tool has are the knowledge repository that we will go a little bit more about it at the end. So new resources and existing resources, funding opportunities and finance opportunities that we will be adding to the platform in the coming months with the Global Funded Watch, for example, or financial toolkits that can help your journeys again. The peer-to-peer exchange, the capacity building with the groups that we will see also in a minute, and all the possibilities of disseminating and creating awareness within your different networks and within the different cities and regions that you're working with. These four main features are already available, and they will be evolving within the platform, and for that we will have a demonstration.
Yes, and last but not least, I want to introduce Nicola Manisi, our user success manager at LGI Sustainable Innovation, who will be explaining the platform and showing the demo.
Hi everyone, thank you Kyle, thank you Eli for the introduction. Nicola Manisi here, user success manager at LGI. My role is to foster engagement on the platform and make sure that you're having the best experience possible on the platform. I'm going to share my screen now. Just you should be able to see my screen. So just for you to know, I'll be your go-to person in case you need any assistance related to the portal use. So do not hesitate to contact me either through the chat feature of the portal or via email. Here we are on the home feed of the portal. We will. I think that most of you have already access to the portal. If you are not registered, you can refer to the videos the videos on how to register on the portal that I'm sharing right now in the chat. So this is the home feed of the portal with the menu button being here, this square, where you can access the different sections of the portal. But first, I would like to give a word on your profile settings and notifications. So they're accessible through the settings button here, or directly when you click on your profile pic and go to settings. It brings you to the same space of the portal. So basically in the settings, in the general settings, you can fill all the information about yourself, your first name, last name, your position, your phone number. Do not forget about keeping your phone number updated, because this also acts as a logging in option in case you don't receive the email. So it's important for you to keep your phone number updated. Also, do not forget to fill in the city you live in and the languages you speak. This information is really important for us to provide you with the most relevant content. Okay. You also have the opportunity to take all the fields of interest that you are looking for on this portal. I repeat, this will help us provide you with the most relevant and tailored experience possible for you on the portal. Do not forget to click Save Change at the end. Now about privacy and notification, this happens here. So you can set your preferences in regard of your privacy and notification. So the privacy would be whether or not you decide to have a public profile displayed on the portal, viewable by anybody on the portal. If you like or not to display your email inside of the portal, if you want to subscribe to the UTMC newsletter, and whether or not you agree that your data could be shared with the European Commission. Once again, it's up to you to decide it. You remain now and forever the sole owner of your data. As for the notifications here, you can decide, you can choose for two kinds of notifications. So in application notifications, that will appear here on the small bell. Okay, I'm up to date with my notification. So you can decide to be notified for all those events, so new comments, new comment on knowledge, new publication. But you can also decide to activate email notifications and to receive it either weekly or monthly. You don't have the option of being notified via email daily, because the entire point is for you to go regularly on the portal and check on notifications. So here we are. Now that this is done, I'm going to get you quickly through the menu, and we'll go in detail for two features. So here's the menu, accessible when you click on the square on the top right of your screen. So the users directory is a directory of all users registered on the platform. Groups is the group feature is a directory of all groups present on the platform. Events are all portal events, past and future events. Okay. Cities is a directory of all the cities represented on the portal. Here, for those of you who are also Net Zero Cities users, you have a switch to go from one portal to the other. And finally, the Help Center. The Help Center is where you will be able to access the FAQ, or if you have to report a bug. Okay, settings brings you to the part I just showed you. Now today we will focus on two sections that might be among the most important of the portal. So the users directory here, and then the cities directory. So the users directory, as I mentioned, is a collection of all users, is the list of all users present on the portal. Here you can see you can filter them. You can filter them by their status, and can even look for users right here. And once you found user you're interested in, you can go and visit their profile, as I'm seeing right now. And then you can even decide to engage in a chat with them if you want to, if you feel like it. This is where the description that you can fill in your setting will appear. Now the second section of the portal I'd like to show to you is the cities directory. So the cities directory is a list of all cities that are represented on the portal. Just a second. It's a list of all the cities that are represented on the portal. You can browse them, okay? And you can also visit city pages. For example, here Klagenfurt. You click on it, so you can see all the information about this city. Okay, description, also who are the members of this city who are registered on the portal. You can decide to follow the city and not, or not. This allows me to remind you that as a city user, you have the opportunity to request admin rights for your city. This means that when named admins of your city page, you can update your city page and your city description here, but also the pictures. You can create and manage groups pertaining to your city, as well as publish on the account of your city. To do so, if you want to request admin's right for your city, you can refer to the forms I just sent in the chat. Okay. You just so you know, once you are designated as an admin of the city, you have the opportunity of naming additional admins for this city page, who will then have the exact same right as you do. And now, because I mentioned group a few seconds ago, I just want to mention the fact that we created a few groups already that you will be able to join. And I would like to invite you to try and join this group, the UTM Cities group, in which we will organize in a couple of weeks a portal discovery tour, a session in which we will go in depth and demonstrate the various functionalities that you will be able to access on the portal. So please join the group that Jenny just sent the link in the chat, and keep posted because you will be invited to the event in a couple of weeks. Thanks a lot for your attention. Do not hesitate to ask questions in the chat or later on during the Q&A session. And now, Ellie and Karel, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Nicolas. We just focused on the main features. There will be many more, and since it is in the making, you will also grow with our features in the future. So yeah, your feedback is always wanted and needed. How to make the platform better and according to your needs. And yeah, let's go to the knowledge repository.
Sorry, Ellie. I forgot to mention, and this is really important. Right now, the button is not live yet, but the button to access the knowledge repository from the menu
Nicolas?
Oui. Yes.
Can you repeat what you said? We did not hear you. We missed this part.
I'm
Please.
very sorry.
No problem.
The button to access the knowledge repository will go live after the session, and you will be able to find it in the menu that I showed. So the top right button, the top right square button, and it will appear there, and you will be able to access the knowledge repository from the menu, or you can in the meantime click on the link that Jenny sent in the chat. Thanks a lot, and back to you, Carl.
Thank you, Nicolas. So everyone will be able to fill this knowledge repository with content and good practice examples, which most probably Carol will tell us anyway.
Yes, thank you so much, Ellie, and thank you, Nicola. We will be able to access it, and I'm going to do a small demonstration also on that, but let me make a small introduction first. The knowledge repository has different type of resources with different type of content. We're talking about case studies, best practices that can inspire a city, guidance like handbooks, methodologies, reports, different type of tools, the opportunities for capacity buildings, the webinars that we're doing like this one will be also stored in the knowledge repository. And these resources can be uploaded, as Ellie was mentioning, by cities, by you, by users, by the broad community of practice of each of your citizen networks, by the consortium, and by other partners. Basically, everyone can upload those, but we will see then in the workflow moments where we will review some of the proposed content that you can upload to the platform, to the knowledge repository. These resources, we will look this in the demo, they can be searched by the type of resource, by the tagging system and categorization that we've worked together with the Net Zero Cities system, or let's say, and the UTM framework that Georgia was mentioning before. We can look, of course, within the search bar, the keywords, and soon we will also have the feature of looking within these clusters that we're working within the groups. So let's say, highlighting and strengthening the idea of working in these clusters and linking this to the knowledge repository, and also a geographical option within a map that will come in the next months. So we were talking about also the potential collaboration that we can do with this variety of resources that we can hold that we can host in the platform. So resources can be new. We've been working, and we're going to show some of the very interesting case studies. We've been working with UTM cities. We can welcome, of course, other kind of cities that are not part also of any of either the European or the European mission. You can propose those. resources, and we can take a look of them together. And there's also a very interesting opportunity here of uploading existing resources. So we are borrowing a lot of knowledge and a lot of information from the experience of the European mission, from the Net Zero Cities platform, and also from other external libraries. So for this first stage, the stage that we are right now, we're linking to some of these potential partners or potential allies in the let's say the structure of the knowledge repository. And in a second stage that will come probably in the second half of the year or even in the next year, we're trying to make this knowledge repository a sort of search engine. So to centralize all the different case studies and tools and valuable resources that we would have in different platforms, but centralizing them within the knowledge repository that we have here. So that's a very very ambitious goal that we are trying to propose here, and that it will need, of course, for the new resources and for these existing resources, scattering or looking at all these scattered resources among the different platforms and initiatives globally, from your side to let's say co-create and keep building and collaborating with this platform. So right now we have around 106 existing resources coming mostly from the Net Zero Cities repository. We've done the work also of group them in some collections. You will see that it's easier to see as thinking of this sort of framework or guideline for the different actions you're taking within your city. So it's better to have this knowledge grouped and in a way with a sort of a guide. And we have around 13 to 15 new resources that we've been working with the UTMC, these case studies, materials, and also videos. So to contribute to the knowledge repository, we've come out with a sort of a time slots or time spans for a whole year. For new resources, we have a space for around a month and a half to contribute. So we open your contributions to the platform. We can review if it's a new resources, for example, a case study, we can review together with you these resources, and then we can assess within an editorial committee from the UTMC platform and adjust with you all the small details that we need to then publish and promote. We are trying to work with this first new resource workflow and create a sort of 3 major updates of the knowledge repository a year. This is the first one, let's say. We will probably do a second one for the end of the year. We'll keep you updated on this. But we will also work with another stream of existing resources that can be uploaded, and we can have a more easy or a more rapid response in reviewing and then publishing and promoting. So this will be part also of all the communications that we will be having whenever it's some existing resource uploaded from your part, or some that we've been working, UTMC and all the cities that can collaborate together. We will also have some spaces to animate a little bit of what's going on in the platform and on the knowledge repository. We will soon share with you a manifesto on the values of the platform, the values of the projects involved within both the platform and the knowledge repository. This will help also, let's say, setting the ground in a way for the next steps that we will take in the following months. Some activities like brainstorming or doing these tours on how to use the platform in detail that Nicola just mentioned. We will program for probably July or September. And other tools, different tools like the webinars, trainings, or even recognitions that we're working with. We've been working also with some of the cities that have contributed already, UTM cities that have contributed to presenting case studies. We've been recognizing their work by helping them with developing some promotional videos. And there are also some other promotional activities that we could agree when we can see a contribution from your side. And of course, the promotion that we will keep doing, basically connected to these major updates of the knowledge repository each 3 months, but also in a monthly period. So there's now we can say we have a call open for resources. So we will ask you to submit your resources by September 15, if possible. You can also upload now any existing resources that you have or that you know from your city or from other cities or your networks. And of course, your contribution, as I was saying, could be recognized by working together to create some stories within our different social media or other or websites even, and creating videos like this one that we work together with Joao, Paula, and Sarah from Cascais. So for this, any kind also of question or inquiry, we can do it through the group, and also you can write me an email to take a look at that. So now you will probably asking, okay, I can upload the resources, I can propose them, but how do I do it at the end? So let me just show you within the platform, as we don't have the button yet. I'll just go directly to the knowledge repository. This is how the knowledge repository is looking. And you have the option here to see this tagging system we were talking about. You can, of course, search through the search bar. You can search through the type of documents that we have, and you can search through the tags. So for example, if I want to see case studies, I'm going to go, I can see the case studies uploaded here. These are the case studies we've been working with the UTM cities. If I press one, we can go, I can press it, but it will be a little bit longer to charge in the computer. So I can show you here the one that we've been working with Naoto Yoshida and Yasuyu Hamamoto from Tokorozawa. They've developed a case study on establishing a local retailer of energy. Of course, the UTM cities probably know about this case study very well, but here we have the opportunity of highlighting everything that we're working with in these clusters at the UTM, but also the work that you have done already in your city. So we can see the status of this case study, the challenge, the solution, the key impacts, and more complementary information that could help. For example, if I am a city that needs more information on how to work with partnerships, I can see that there is a possible route that I can be inspired within this case study, where we had 3 companies getting together to form this local retailer. And the same for dissemination, or the same for taking other steps. For example, this case study from Greater Manchester, this local area energy plans that they developed, 11 plans in the last 2 to 3 years. And I'm interested, for example, in knowing how this was communicated. So there was engagement with specific companies, and it was promoted locally, nationally, and there was meetings organized to launch the plans, so we can engage with the citizens as well. So we can find through this structure different specific knowledge that we could see from these case studies. But it's not only the case studies that we are seeing here. It's also other type of resources like documents. We can see, for example, we can filter here videos, the videos that we've, as I was telling you, we've been working together with some of the cities. The video that we weren't able to see before, because of the connection, we can also we have it here, a little description, and then the video itself. So this is linked again to an external source. I'm going to show you now how to upload them actually, and how we can see the different questions that will arise. I'm guessing you have already a lot of questions on how to work with this, or how to upload different type of resources that you already have. So we have also, and let me go, for example, if I'm looking for a case study, let's go for this, and then I'm talking about infrastructure, it will be filtered also. So we can use this tagging system to have more specific information as well. And there's also a important feature here that we can hide or show the Net Zero Cities resources. So if we hide them, we have this around 15 resources that we were discussing from the Net Zero Cities, from the UTM. So you can see, for example, we created sort of collections. So you can see the collections here. If I type collection, you will see collections that are grouping interesting information that could help you, that it's linking to other external platforms, and in this case, to the Net Zero Cities resources. So for example, participatory project development methods and tools. There's this article that can help you looking for different type of tools in data collection, in problems, in vision, in social innovation, or in implementation. So the idea is that we are going to build again, and we will keep evolving in this idea, that it's sort of a guideline that can help us reach the specific barriers or the specific points that we want to address within the different solutions that we are trying to provide for our city. There's also a repository of other useful, very useful libraries, global ones from Europe, from Asia, and we'll keep updating these resources. And it's, of course, it's an opportunity and it's a call for all of the cities present here and that will be joining the platform to keep helping with this platform, as it's just the beginning of it. Let me maybe show you really quickly, if I go here, how to upload, for example, a document or a video. Let's say I want to add a resource. I can go here. I can add, then I have the option to upload in a document. A document could be the slides that we are presenting today, for example. That could be an option. I can go to continue. I can then copy. I have already prepared some information. So maybe I can just copy the description of the presentation that we've done. I'm copying the title of the presentation. I'm clicking next. And then I'm dragging the file. So the file you now will be able to see. You now will be able to see the slides that we've presented here. We can say it's communication and leadership. We can also modify this afterwards. We select here, we press here for the confirmation of the license. And then we already have a resource. So we've uploaded a document. This is as simple as that. And of course, if there's any kind, and we can edit, because we can edit also the way the text is showcased. I can do it quite quickly also, just to show you really quickly. But any kind of question, again, any kind of question you have or doubt, you can contact us, and we'll solve it throughout these also tours on how to manage this knowledge. So now this is published. For example, if I want to upload a video, I go to video, I click continue. Now I want to upload the video that we worked with, or that we worked for Citomir. So our colleague, project manager from Citomir, Axinia Cinco, that it's here, has worked with us within a very interesting case study on the energy plan they have for the city. And we just have to put the link of the video that has been uploaded before, either on Vimeo or in YouTube or in another platform. And after checking the video link, we click next. We can select one or many of the tags, and now we have another resource uploaded. This is going to be, of course, able for everyone. I've just uploaded it, but then in the edit button, I can also have the opportunity to add more people that have worked within this, or add even your colleagues that have worked within this resource. So that works for all of the different type of resources. And finally, I'm just going to create one more to show you how you can upload an article or a case study. Of course, the case study has these different templates that you've seen from the ones we work with UTM, but you can upload an article, for example, that it's in this case a tool. It's the Chat Climate is an AI artificial intelligence tool that works with the IPCC report, but it's useful, let's say, for let me here do the position that we need to select, even if it's an article that you can just put the information there, or a case study that will have this template that we've seen with the status and the awards and all these key figures. In this case, we will go for an article because we want to select this tool. We will just go for probably data access and digital solutions. Again, the resource license. And we have now also another tool linked to the repository. We can also add images here. It just depends on us. And for these case studies that you've seen, there's a template, of course, that it's within the process, but we can also facilitate the template in Word or in other formats, so we can work it together, and it's easier to put the information there, because there's also, we have to take in account, there's also some limits within the different sections. So seed information, backgrounds, all of these categories have a word limit, so you have to take that in account, and it's useful that you take a look on that. And of course, again, in any case, if you need any kind of acceleration or help with registering with Nicola, or uploading, either it's a document, a resource, an article, a video, or a case study, you can contact us and we will be more than happy to help you with this. So I think that's for the knowledge repository demo, and we are happy to hear maybe your questions. I don't know, Ellie, how we're doing with the time.
Yes, we have a little bit of time, of course, to give you room and time to ask your questions. Are there any immediate questions? It is a lot. It is, but it seems very, very easygoing, and it just needs a try. So is there any question from the audience? We had one from Valentino. I think it was already answered by Gianni about the executable apps. I'm sorry, I don't know what these are, but obviously this is an issue. So they can be created. Are there any immediate questions? Also to Georgia, maybe to the call for city cohorts. Is there any question about this? The deadline is 21st of August, and I mean, if not, it's okay. Our next steps, yes, before as mentioned, as Georgia mentioned, it's now the call is open to join the cities cohort with deadline 21st of August. You can contact Miriam Badino or Georgia Rambelli to it is also if you go to our homepage, it is you can find all the documents and needed information there. I do see a link here. Can you clarify the link between Net Zero Cities and UTMC, please?
The question.
Who wants to take this one?
Yeah, I can take that one.
Mm-hmm.
So the link, basically the platform that we're doing, and that's thank you for raising the question. It's a platform that it's parting from the experience and also the structure and the design of the Net Zero Cities portal. The Net Zero Cities portal, working with a European mission. It's been, let's say, we've deployed the platform, the global platform, but the idea is that within showing some of the resources that are already in the Net Zero Cities platform, we can help bring in that knowledge from the European mission towards a more global audience. And vice versa, the idea of having this global, diverse and rich experiences can also help the Net Zero Cities project. So as you've seen and Nicola mentioned, there is a direct link between both platforms, between the UTMC platform and between the Net Zero Cities portal. So you can come and go to each of the portals because they are working together towards helping not just the cities of the UTM that will be around 300 and at the end of the year, when we get this new Pioneer Cities cohort, and not only the Net Zero Cities cities, the 112 cities working within the project, but helping other cities also. So the idea is again that we can use and that we can connect both platforms and start looking, of course, and we've already are in conversations with other repositories to again bring this information into the platform and create all the synergies and disseminate as much as possible in a very structured way which steps we should be taking towards climate neutrality and net zero.
Thank you, Carol. I think Georgia wants to add.
Yeah, no, I think Carol's answer was absolutely complete. Just to mention, maybe also from a more strategic perspective, the connection between the climate neutral and smart cities mission for Europe and the urban transition mission. As I mentioned before, we have this kindred kind of vision of supporting cities. I would say, we can reference maybe to the urban transition mission as the global sister to the European cities mission, and equally to the way the Net Zero Cities platform is delivering this very essential support for knowledge sharing for the European cities mission. The platform of the Urban Transition Mission Center will be providing such an incredible opportunity also for our urban transition mission cities, with the additional value that Carol just explained very clearly, that of course we can connect the two community at the operational level in really learning from each other and sharing all of this knowledge together. So it's a wonderful opportunity to really have the best of all the two worlds and to connect very closely the knowledge between the two initiatives.
Thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Georgia. Are there any immediate questions right now here? So as we mentioned, please feel free to join the platform to upload your resources by September. We will then have a review and see how we are going on. But by September, and also we will provide in July still and in September UTMC platform discovery tours, so you can join and get a little bit more familiar with how it's working. Nicola will be responsible for this and contacting you which dates there will be available. So I just want to make sure and contact Laura from the Commission if Mrs. Van der Vlies is ready and with us. I'm not quite sure for the closing remarks.
Thank you, Ellie. If we could give it just 2 more minutes.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, of course. Thank you. Then I will just mention that we are available on Twitter. We can be reached also in LinkedIn if you want to join our group. We have the homepage. We have the platform where you can easily chat and make contacts and contact us as well. So please make sure that whichever media is most suitable to you to be in contact with us and to exchange. The platform, of course, gives the opportunity to reach your specific groups and to cluster there and to get into contact with your specific community. Otherwise, you can also write us an email and see all the information on the homepage. And I don't know if someone from the partners wants to add something here before we go into the last.
Maybe I can
short words.
step in a second while we wait a couple of minutes, Ellie, and thank you so much. Again, the message that we want to give to you is that this space is yours, as Georgia was saying, and that we are building this together. So we will be updating you constantly on the new features that are coming, also on the updates of the repository. Of course, most of these updates are going to be worked with you, together with you. And I also want to take the opportunity to thank a lot the UTM cities that committed since the beginning to work with creating these first case studies and these first videos. And I really wanted to thank these, and I really want to thank in advance all the cities that will be joining to keep inspiring the amazing work that you're doing, and that will probably be showcased as much as possible. And please, whenever you have a chance, reach to us so we can help you with any kind of question you may have, because we know we've said a lot in a very short time, and there's probably a lot of things that you will find in the platform that maybe we can improve, or that they are not working so well, and that feedback is also very much necessary in this first month that we're beginning with the platform and the Knowledge Repository. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Carol. And now, thank you. And now it's really my pleasure and great honor to welcome Rosalinde van der Vlies. I know how precious your time is, so thank you very much for joining us. She's Clean Planet Director in DG Research and Innovation at the European Commission and Vice Chair of the Mission Innovation Steering Committee. Thank you very much for your closing remarks and for joining.
Thank you very much, and it's really a real pleasure to be here to congratulate you, all of you, for this launch event of the Knowledge Repository. I will not make it very long. I think it has been extremely interesting already. But just to say that from the European Commission side, we are highly committed to the Urban Transition Mission Center and of course also the Knowledge Repository. We really expect the center and the repository to have two main roles. The first one is really to build a bridge between Europe and the rest of the world. And I think this is extremely important because, as you know, we have 112 very enthusiastic and ambitious European cities coming from 25 different countries that are part of the European mission. And then we have for the moment 48 amazing cities coming from 24 countries across the globe. So it's really amazing for the center to be able to make these connections and really make sure that we can accelerate by learning from each other. I also think it will be extremely important for the center to support in general the urban transition mission of Mission Innovation. And I'm really convinced that the center will be extremely successful in doing so. And many people say that knowledge is power. And I think that's what would make the center extremely powerful. But my hope and expectation is also to transform this knowledge into concrete action. And there I would like to really leave you with three main messages. The first one is for the center to please play a convening role. I think, you know, you as a center have really a unique opportunity to work across a spectrum of different communities to really accelerate the climate transition in the cities. The second is that please provide the tools necessary that can guide the local choices. Cities, I think, you know, they have so many different options available, so many different pathways for climate action. And I think the center can play a really crucial role in order to further disseminate and promote all these solutions, and to also provide the cities with the tools to make the decision on which solutions would be most suitable for them. And the third message for me to the center really is please focus on actionable knowledge. I think it's really important to translate action, the knowledge into concrete ideas and then into concrete action. I will be following you and your activities, and I really hope that in the next month and years to come, there will be many success stories inspired by the work of the center. So let me just end by congratulating all of you and thanking you already in advance for the undoubtedly amazing job and work that you will be doing as a center, as a knowledge repository, turning knowledge into powerful action. Thank you very much.
We want to thank you, Rosalinde van der Vlies, for being with us and for your encouraging words. And we will try our best to do so as a community and as an individual. Thank you very much. And for all of you for joining and for in the future for being active in our platform and using it. Thank you very much.
I think just to finish, maybe Ellie, we can take
A
group
picture.
picture.
Okay.
I'm not being able to unpin Rosalinde from the, or maybe Ellie, if you can take the, if somebody can take the picture, because I'm not being able to change the. Okay, that's it. Now I have it. I can. Yes. Okay, maybe if anyone can also turn his camera. That's it. Now I can see the faces finally, because I've been seeing the screen all the time. Okay. I'm gonna take a picture. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye. Bye everyone. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
It was such a nice event, wasn't it?
Yes.
So enthusiastic people. Wow.
Yeah, it was nice. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. There was a lot of information also.
Yeah. But no one left, you know,
think-
everyone stayed. So great job. We're
Yeah,
a good
thank you so
team,
much.
finally.
Yeah, cool.
I will find out how to stop recording.
No, but you
Please